the first lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Barrichello third. Fisichella fourth. Montoya is fifth. He's followed in sixth by teammate Kimi Raikkonen. Sato is seventh. And in eighth is Webber. As the drivers start their third lap, Alonso leads. He's just set the fastest lap of the race. Michael Schumacher is second, Barrichello third, Fisichella fourth, Montoya is fifth. He's followed in sixth by teammate Kimi Raikkonen. Takuma Sato is right on his tail, and in eighth is Webber.
The Ferrari of Michael Schumacher has set the fastest time through the first sector.
Lorraine Kapikayan set a new record time through the third sector. There are no retirements at this stage, with all 20 drivers still lapping the circuit.
Lap 4 of this Grand Prix, Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second, Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Fisichella fourth, Juan Pablo Montoya is right on his tail. Raikkonen sixth, Sato is seventh, and in eighth it's Webber. The Ferrari of Michael Schumacher has set the fastest time through the first sector. So far there have been no retirements. Fernando Alonso has started to put his foot down. He's fastest through the second sector so far today. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep this pace up. We're on lap 6. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second. Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Fisichella fourth. Montoya is fifth. He's lapping faster than anybody else. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Sato is seventh. And in eighth, it's Webber. Now on lap number 7. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Barrichello third, Fisichella fourth, Montoya is fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Sato is seventh. In eighth, it's Webber.
So far, there have been no retirements. This is lap 9. Alonso leads. He's lapping faster than anybody at the moment. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Barrichello third. Fisichella fourth. Montoya is fifth. He's followed in sixth by teammate Kimi Raikkonen. Sato is seventh, and in eighth is Webber.
Rubens Barrichello puts in the fastest time for Sector 2 so far. This is lap 11. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Giancarlo Fisichella is just 2 seconds back. Montoya is fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Sato is seventh, and in eighth it's Webber. Reliability has not been an issue for any of the teams so far today, with the race yet to see its first retirement.
It's the McLaren of Juan Pablo Montoya who's fastest through the second sector. We're on lap 12. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second. Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Juan Pablo Montoya is closing on him from third. Fisichella is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Takuma Sato is just 2 seconds back, and in eighth is Webber. All 20 cars are currently still running, as we haven't had a single retirement at this stage. There's movement down in the Toyota pits.
It looks as if they'll be bringing in one of their drivers this lap. It's the McLaren of Juan Pablo Montoya that's fastest through the second sector.
Juan Pablo Montoya is starting to close the gap to Rubens Barrichello. A quarter of the way through the Grand Prix, Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second, Barrichello third. Fourth is Montoya. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Fisichella is fifth. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Sato is seventh, and in eighth is Webber. Reliability's not been an issue for any of the teams so far today, with the race yet to see its first retirement.
The Sauber team are out ready for one of their cars. It's the McLaren of Juan Pablo Montoya that's fastest through the second sector.
Felipe Massa is coming into the pits.
He makes his first stop on lap 13.
Felipe Massa has completed his stop. He rejoins in 18th. The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane. It looks as if they'll be bringing in one of their drivers this lap. Rubens Barrichello lost 0.3 of a second on his previous lap. We're on the 15th lap. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second. Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Fourth is Montoya. Fisichella is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. Mark Webber is just 2 seconds back.
Coulthard is in the pits.
Coulthard exits his box. He should slot back into 16th place. Rubens Barrichello has dropped a little time in the last sector. He's 0.2 of a second down that time through.
This is lap 16. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Barrichello third. Fourth is Montoya. Fisichella is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. And in eighth, it's Webber.
All 20 cars are currently still running as we haven't had a single retirement at this stage.
The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane.
That must be for Christian Klein. Rubens Barrichello has lost 1/10 of a second to the car behind. Christian Klein drives up to his pit box.
He's in for his first pit stop on lap number 16. Klein speeds away from his garage. He rejoins the race in 19th.
We can see the Jordan mechanics out in the pit lane now.
That must be for Moraine Carter-Kane.
Rubens Barrichello has lost 1/10 of a second to the car behind.
A third of the way into this Grand Prix. Alonso leads. He's lapping faster than anybody else at the moment. Michael Schumacher is second. Rubens Barrichello is right behind his teammate in third. Fourth is Montoya. Fisichella is fifth. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Sato is seventh. And in eighth, it's Webber. Jacques Villeneuve drives into the pit lane.
Narain Kathikayan is in the pit lane. He makes his first stop on lap 17.
Carter-Kane leads the pit lane. He rejoins in 18th.
Rubens Barrichello drops 0.2 seconds to the car behind him. The gap's narrowing all the time. It's the 19th lap. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is second. Barrichello third. Fourth is Montoya. He's lapping faster than anybody at the moment. Giancarlo Fisichella trails him by 3 seconds. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. And in eighth is Webber. Ralf Schumacher enters the pits. Ralf Schumacher exits the pit lane.
He rejoins the race in 11th. We can see the Ferrari mechanics preparing from our commentary box window.
Rubens Barrichello has increased his pace now. He was faster by 0.2 of a second in the first sector. Barrichello comes into the pits. He's in for his first stop on lap number 20.
Patrick Prix is making his move on Ralf Schumacher. Ralf is definitely the slower of the two at the moment.
This is lap 21. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Montoya is third. Fisichella fourth. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Rubens Barrichello has completed his first stop and is now in sixth. Mark Webber is seventh. Nick Heidfeld trails his teammate and is eighth.
That's a big improvement from Ralf Schumacher. He's gained 0.8 in Sector 2. He'll be pleased with that.
The mechanics are out in the Renault pits.
They'll be bringing in one of their cars this lap. Ralf Schumacher has just put in a good lap and he's managed to stretch the gap to 3 seconds now. We can see plenty of activity down in the McLaren garage now.
So far, there have been no retirements.
The Minardi mechanics are out in the pit lane. It looks as if they'll be bringing in one of their drivers this lap.
Alonso drives into the pits. Montoya takes to the pit lane.
He makes his first stop on lap 21. Alonso completes his stop.
He'll rejoin in 6th place. Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Schumacher leads. Fisichella is second. Raikkonen third. Nick Heidfeld is 8 seconds behind him. Button is fifth. Alonso sixth. He's really starting to fall behind now. Montoya seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Patrick Prix drives into the pit lane.
Thiago Monteiro is really ploughing his car along now. I'm sure that Felipe Massa in the car ahead will be aware that he's being caught. It's world champion Michael Schumacher that is fastest through the second sector. Prix exits the pit lane. He should slot back into 17th place.
It's the 23rd lap. Schumacher leads. He's now the fastest man on the circuit. Fisichella is second. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Fourth is Nick Heidfeld. Button is fifth. Sixth Alonso. Seventh is Barrichello. And in the last points place after completing his first stop is Juan Pablo Montoya. Montoya is starting to lose ground to Takuma Sato. Juan Pablo Montoya seems to have found a bit more pace. He's up by 0.2 in the middle sector. That's a great lap from Juan Pablo Montoya. He's pulled away by another half second. Top 8 currently looks like this. Schumacher leads. Giancarlo Fisichella follows 7 seconds down the road. Raikkonen third. Fourth is Nick Heidfeld. Button is fifth. Sixth Alonso. Seventh is Barrichello. And in 8th place, Juan Pablo Montoya. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. The mechanics are out in the Renault pits. Giancarlo Fisichella will be pitting this lap. Juan Pablo Montoya has put in a great lap. He's got another 0.8 ahead. Let's see if he can keep it going.
We can see plenty of activity down in the McLaren garage right now. They'll be getting ready to receive Kimi Raikkonen. It's world champion Michael Schumacher that is fastest through the second sector. Fisichella pits.
He's in for his first pit stop on lap number 25.
Raikkonen pits.
The Minardi mechanics are out in the pit lane. They'll be getting ready to receive Christian Albers. It's lap 26 of this Grand Prix. Schumacher leads. He's lapping faster than anybody else at the moment. He's starting to get away from Nick Heidfeld. Button is third. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Fisichella is fifth. Sixth Alonso. Seventh is Barrichello. And in 8th place, Juan Pablo Montoya.
Ralf Schumacher is starting to catch Mark Webber. It'll be interesting to see how the Australian retaliates. Out of our commentary box window, we can see the Ferrari mechanics preparing for action.
That must be for Michael Schumacher.
I can see the Williams mechanics out in the pit lane. Nick Heidfeld will be pitting this lap. Christian Albers dives into the pits.
He makes his first stop on lap 25. Into the pits comes the race leader.
Christian Albers speeds away from the pits. He'll rejoin in last place.
Heidfeld comes in for his stop.
He makes his first stop on lap 26.
Making a hasty exit from the pit lane is Nick Heidfeld.
He rejoins the race in 9th. At the halfway mark, first is Button. He's yet to make his first stop. In second is Alonso. Rubens Barrichello is right on his tail. Michael Schumacher is 4th after his first stop. Montoya is 5th. Fisichella 6th. In 7th is Raikkonen. And Takuma Sato is in 8th.
It looks as if the BAR mechanics are preparing for a stop. Jenson Button will be pitting this lap.
Christian Klein needs to keep an eye on what's going on behind him. He started to lose some ground to Narain Katakine. There's movement down in the Toyota pits. Into the pits comes the race leader.
Jenson Button leaves the pits.
He should slot back into 8th place.
Here's the current top 8. Alonso leads, Barrichello 2nd. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in 3rd. 4th is Montoya. 5 seconds behind him is Giancarlo Fisichella. Raikkonen 6th. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Sato is 7th. And in 8th, it's Webber. Here comes Trulli into the pits.
He's in for his second stop on the 27th lap.
Trulli exits the pit lane.
He rejoins the race in 18th. The Sauber team are out, ready for one of their cars. They'll be bringing in one of their cars this lap. We're now on lap 29. Alonso leads. Barrichello 2nd. 3rd is Michael Schumacher. Juan Pablo Montoya is right on his tail. Fisichella is 5th. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Rubens Barrichello has posted the fastest time through the first sector. Felipe Massa is coming into the pits.
Felipe Massa has completed his stop.
He should slot back into 18th place.
The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane.
The top 8 currently looks like this. Alonso leads, Barrichello 2nd. 3rd is Michael Schumacher. 4th is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella is 4 seconds back. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th, it's Webber. All 20 cars are currently still running, as we haven't had a single retirement at this stage. Coulthard is in the pits.
He makes his second stop on lap 29. Coulthard exits his box. He should slot back into 17th place. Montoya is starting to lose ground to Giancarlo Fisichella. The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane. They'll be getting ready to receive Christian Klein.
After 32 laps, Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella is behind him in fifth, but the gap continues to shrink. Raikkonen sixth. Takuma Sato trails him by 3 seconds. And eighth, it's Webber. He's lapping faster than anybody else at the moment.
Christian Klein drives up to his pit box. Juan Pablo Montoya is now faster by 2 seconds through Sector 2.
Klein speeds away from his garage. He rejoins the race in 18th.
Juan Pablo Montoya just put in a good lap and he's managed to stretch the gap to 3 seconds now.
We can see the Jordan mechanics out in the pit lane now. They'll be getting ready to receive Narain Kartikeyan. Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Alonso leads, Barrichello second. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in third. Fourth is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella trails him by 6 seconds. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. And eighth, it's Webber. The BAR of Takuma Sato is slowly but surely being caught by Mark Webber.
Narain Kartikeyan is in the pit lane.
He's in for his second stop on the 32nd lap. And that's a big improvement for Takuma Sato. He's up by 2 seconds in the second sector. Kartikeyan leads the pit lane. He rejoins in 17th.
We're on the 34th lap. Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Fisichella is 5th. Kimi Raikkonen is right on his tail. Sato is 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Takuma Sato wobbled a bit in that final sector. He dropped 0.8 of a second that time through. Takuma Sato needs to stay on top of his game here. He's lost half a second through that final sector alone. Let's see who the top 8 drivers are. Alonso leads. He's lapping faster than anybody else at the moment. Barrichello second. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in 4th. Juan Pablo Montoya trails him by 3 seconds. Fisichella is 5th. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And 8th, it's Webber. That's faster from Takuma Sato. He's up 0.2 in the final sector.
Reliability's not been an issue for any of the teams so far today, with the race yet to see its first retirement.
Takuma Sato has slowed slightly. He lost 0.3 in sector 2.
This is lap 37. Alonso leads. Barrichello 2nd. 3rd is Michael Schumacher. 4th is Montoya. He's lapping faster than anybody at the moment. Giancarlo Fisichella follows 7 seconds down the road. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Takuma Sato has just dropped a half second in the final sector. I'm wondering if he's having a problem here with the car. Montoya is starting to lose ground to Giancarlo Fisichella. Juan Pablo Montoya, he's doing well. He's managed to pull back 3/10 in the first sector that time through. Juan Pablo Montoya isn't as fast as he was. I don't know if he's having a problem with tyres, but he lost 1.5 seconds going through the middle sector on that lap. Juan Pablo Montoya needs to stay on top of his game here. He's lost half a second through that final sector alone.
We're now 3/4 of the way into the race. Alonso leads. Rubens Barrichello is 4 seconds back. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. Fisichella is 5th. Raikkonen 6th. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Takuma Sato doesn't look like he's able to challenge him and is actually falling back in 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Juan Pablo Montoya, he's doing well. He's managed to pull back 3/10 in the first sector that time through. That's faster from Pablo Montoya. He's up 2/10 in the final sector. Juan Pablo Montoya puts in a good solid lap and forces the gap wider still to over 7 seconds. As we head into the closing stages of this Grand Prix, Alonso leads, Barrichello second. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella is dropping back in 5th. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th, it's Webber. Juan Pablo Montoya has put in a fantastic lap and he's opened the gap by another 2 seconds.
Here's the current top 8. Alonso leads, Barrichello second, Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella is dropping back in fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Takuma Sato is just 2 seconds back. And in eighth is Webber.
David Coulthard is really ploughing his car along now. I'm sure that Felipe Massa from the car ahead will be aware that he's being caught. Felipe Massa has started to push himself here. He's faster through that first sector by a full half second.
All 20 cars are currently still running, as we haven't had a single retirement at this stage. Alonso is slowly being caught by Rubens Barrichello. We're on the 43rd lap. Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Third is Michael Schumacher. Juan Pablo Montoya is just 2 seconds back. Giancarlo Fisichella is dropping back in fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh, and in eighth is Webber.
There's 10 laps to go. Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in third. Fourth is Montoya. Giancarlo Fisichella is 10 seconds behind. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. And in eighth, it's Webber.
Fernando Alonso lost 0.3 of a second on his previous lap. That's faster from Fernando Alonso. He's up 2/10 in the final sector. Let's take a look at the current top 8 scoring positions. Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Third is Michael Schumacher. He's lapping faster than anybody at the moment. Fourth is Montoya. Fisichella is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. And in eighth is Webber. Fernando Alonso has to keep his concentration. He's lost another 0.3 of a second in that first sector. There are no retirements at this stage, with all 20 drivers still lapping the circuit. Fernando Alonso is in real danger here. Rubens Barrichello is all over him like a bad suit. Jenson Button is starting to catch Mark Webber. It'll be interesting to see how the Australian retaliates. It's the familiar figure of Kimi Raikkonen, who is fastest through the first sector. Mark Webber has found some speed from somewhere. He's up by a second in Sector 2.
Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Alonso leads, Barrichello second. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in third. Fourth is Montoya, then a gap of 15 seconds back to Giancarlo Fisichella. Raikkonen sixth, Sato is seventh, and in eighth it's Webber.
Mark Webber is down in the third sector. He's lost 0.2 of a second that time through. top 8 currently looks like this. Alonso leads. Rubens Barrichello is right on his tail. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Montoya. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else on the racetrack. Fisichella is 5th. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Now this is interesting. Michael Schumacher is being caught by Juan Pablo Montoya.
All 20 cars are currently still running, as we haven't had a single retirement at this stage.
Michael Schumacher is down in the final sector. He's lost 2/10 that time through. Michael Schumacher has increased the pace now. He was faster by 0.2 of a second in the first sector. Michael Schumacher drops 0.2 seconds to the car behind. The gap's narrowing all the time.
The top 8 are as follows. Alonso leads. Barrichello 2nd. Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in 3rd. 4th is Montoya. Then a gap of 15 seconds back to Giancarlo Fisichella. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. And in 8th is Webber.
Michael Schumacher has lost 1/10 of a second to the car behind. With only one lap remaining, the top 8 drivers at the moment are: Alonso leads, Barrichello 2nd, Michael Schumacher is right behind his teammate in 3rd, 4th is Montoya, then a gap of 15 seconds back to Giancarlo Fisichella. Raikkonen 6th, Sato is 7th, and in 8th it's Webber.
And as the front runners approach the checkered flag, it's Alonso who takes first place in the Renault. A respectable second for Barrichello. Michael Schumacher third.